Hey, good morning and good afternoon to my friends on the East Coast. So believe it or not, that is 2 weeks in a row. I'm actually on time and I decided, why not? Let's have a little fun with the backdrop again, especially because I'm going to be switching it out soon and trying out a new one, so may as well get a little bit of use out of this. So if you guys have been paying attention recently, I've been kind of all over the place. Too much going on, and at the same time, we all know that I thrive on the crazy. But I had a weird question for you. I posted recently that quote from Maya Angelou, "If people show you who they are, believe them the first time." And I'm curious what you think that and this pretty little zit on my face has to do with each other, or the fact that I'm kind of breaking out. Am I worried about it? No. Do I care about putting makeup on to cover it up? Clearly not, since I have makeup on and I didn't bother. But what is it about these blemishes that I've got going on? What is it about believing someone's character, who they really are showing themselves to be, that have in common? And the answer is imperfections. When we write our characters, when we create these, beings that we bring to you in our stories, it is natural to want to make the bad guys super bad and the good guys perfect. Nobody's perfect. And even bad guys, whether it's only in their own heads or an actual justifiable thing. If you were a fan of thrillers like me and you read Harlan Coben, he's kind of a master at this. There's reasons why, good people go bad. I think that's the way to phrase it. Sorry, fixing a bracelet. Imagine, he talks about this in his BBC Maestro course that I took. Imagine that you're a good person, but you've been put into a tough financial situation, and so you borrow some money from a friend or from work or whatever. Technically, yes, it's stealing, but you put it back. It was still wrong, but you fixed it. But then another situation arises and, well, you got away with it the first time, and it's just one more time. And so you do it again. And this kind of leads to a little bit more of a morally gray area where you're justifying doing something that's a little bad, but it's not awful. But then as the stakes go up, what if somebody sees you? What if somebody threatens to report you? What if you get into an argument and you shove that person, telling them, "Shut up, leave me alone, I'm gonna fix it," but they get hurt? Things can escalate very, very quickly. And so sometimes good characters do bad things, even if it's for the right reasons. Thrillers are a prime example of that. It happens quite a bit. So yet another reason why I'm drawn to the genre. I like the flaws. I like characters that are bad but still have a good side, or used to be good, or characters that are good but definitely have their flaws. So to go with the Maya Angelou quote, sometimes you get this character and they give off a bad impression. They're a bad person. They're doing something you disagree with. But deep down, they're actually kind of a good character, and it's just a bad impression. And they keep demonstrating, like, no, I'm really not this bad person. And they keep showing you, and they keep doing things that are like, I'm actually good. Actions speak louder than words. That's, I think, something that we all know in real life. You can tell somebody that, you're super intelligent, that you're a good person, that, you're very faithful in a relationship, or that you're a good driver. I mean, it can cover the spectrum. But then maybe you crash every car. Maybe you have 3 exes that'll testify that you've cheated. You are constantly talking about how intelligent you are, and then you fail every test or keep quoting the wrong thing. Whatever the situation is, what you're doing contradicts what you say. Actions scream while words whisper. That's something that I have said for years. And it's true in books as well. It's actually more true in books because we wrap things up, we tie up loose ends, and we're always making sure that the reader is fully aware of who it is they're engaging with. And so it is definitely something to pay attention to when a character says something but does something completely opposite. Going back to what's going on with my face right now, it's the medication. The medication likes to mess with me in every conceivable way. This is already not my first cup of coffee today. This is actually like my third. Which is probably why I was on time, because I'm highly caffeinated. That's why that one's mushroom coffee. But this actually popped up about a day and a half ago. It's ugly. It sucks. But at the same time, it's me. It's life. And I'm not perfect. I mean, ask literally anybody. I am not perfect. I have all sorts of crazy going on in my head all the time. And I definitely have some exes that will testify for me that I'm not perfect. But I do my best to, through my actions, demonstrate that I'm at least a good person as much as I can be. However, it is glaringly obvious on my face right now that I've got some blemishes, and that again brings me back to my characters and the fact that, hi Elizabeth, good morning. I am doing well. I'm a little tired. I've been, with the deadline coming up, I've definitely been going, but I hope you are doing well this morning. I've been watching some of your TikTok videos. So, but yes, going back to the crazy, going back to the blemishes, the imperfections. I think that's one thing with, as writers, we always need to find that balance. We need to find, what makes our good characters imperfect, what makes our bad characters human and relatable. So, completely not the planned topic. The Maya Angelou quote I did put up recently, and that I did plan to talk about, but I actually was gifted in a way, this blemish here, to help demonstrate, to be in action, to demonstrate my point. So that is one thing that I wanted to kind of touch on. And as I'm going through the editing and everything with Lust coming out, and then Yearbook is another one that'll be coming out, and it demonstrates this a lot. I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit. Speaking of Yearbook, which is a standalone, and we all know I'm definitely more of a fan of standalones. That one, you guys are going to laugh at me. I'm going to share the entire playlist. I'm going to put the link up to the playlist from Spotify. Feel free to jump on, listen to it, laugh at me. Yes, it ages me 100%. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm 43 years old. That's fine. I don't care. The book is set modern day, but the characters are all high school students. However, I am not a current high school student. I am trying to get into that mindset, and a big part of that, what brings it back for me, is music. So I am going to put that playlist up. These are songs, I'm going to warn you, these are songs that were popular when I was in high school. So we're going back to Korn and Nirvana and Linkin Park, Pearl Jam. Laugh all you want. I don't care. That's the music that was popular. That was the kind of grungy, and it's not even, believe it or not what I listened to. I'm sure it's impossible to believe, but my little Barbie doll self, I wasn't into the boy bands, but I did listen to them, and my school was literally next to the pop rock station. Like, it was on the same property. It was like a chain link fence away. That music, we could hear it from our classrooms. It came off the radio station, and I swear we could hear them in the studio when we were in class. So I listened to a lot of the boy bands, and yes, I am going to see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. Again, laugh at me all you want. I don't care. Even if you're not a fan of the music, the visuals, from what I understand, are just unbelievable. So I am excited to feel that nostalgia. They're 25 years celebrating the Millennium CD, or talk about aging myself. But yes, I actually did have the original CD when it came out, back when I used to be able to buy CDs at Best Buy and other stores in the mall. But they're celebrating 25 years, and God help me, it's been that long since I graduated high school. So we're going to have a little nostalgia. Poe and I have had a few other projects going on. I know I've mentioned it, you've seen me at the gym, the pictures up all the time, testing out those new shoes. As soon as I can, I will be sharing what I've done recently and what actually kickstarted that desire to get the new shoes and to be more active. Part of it is the weight loss. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. The coloring is a little off on my phone right now. But the medication, while making me break out like that teenager that I'm writing about in your book, has also trimmed me down about 22 pounds now. So pros and cons, I guess. Definitely not the weight loss method I would recommend, but silver linings. But Poe and I have been out. We've been doing some photo shoots. If you guys saw recently, we were out at the John Wick Experience. A huge thank you to them for letting us be a part of their anniversary celebration. And we will be back out. Okay, I suck at dates. My calendar. I want to say in May. I believe it's early mid-May. We will be out doing another photo shoot. They are going to fully deck me out. I'm going to be I'm talking ball gown level. And one of my brands that I do the ambassador thing for gave me the jewels that I'll have on. Paul will have his bow tie. If you guys saw the pictures of him from Formal Night on the cruise last September, he is going to be our international bird of mystery, which I am aware is Bond, not Wick. Please don't come at me. Their idea, not mine. But he will be the international bird of mystery. I will be his wing candy. So we will be out there soon. And again, a big thank you to them for bringing us out. We've been having a lot of fun on our adventures. And I will be continuing to share those adventures. I do have the new project coming up, which I'm currently researching. If you guys saw, and this one goes specifically to my friends, my local friends here in Vegas. I am working on a book that requires some research. It will be under the Renee Jeam name. It goes back to things like the Sharing Strength series and Ride 22, which is the journal style book I wrote when I rode my bike across Route 66. So in that vein, that same mindset, I will be working on this new book. So I'm doing research, and one of the things that I need to learn about, because it is definitely not my world, is CrossFit and the high energy athletic training, HIIT, the high impact interval training. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all of that type of stuff. My gym does offer a couple of them. It doesn't offer all of them, and I would love to learn more about some of the specific gyms. I know that Camp Rhino is one of them. The UFC Fit is another one, but we have several, and I have a lot of friends that do compete in those types of competitions. So if you want to shout out to your gym, you want to talk about some of your trainers, please reach out to me. I will be going around town over the next month or so, kind of reaching out and making these connections for research. So please, if you have recommendations, let me know. And then another project, because I don't have enough going on tonight. For those that remember last month, because it is Friday the 13th again, and we are celebrating, tonight is Author Happy Hour. Formerly known as Cocktails with Kenzie, still sort of is since I am the one that goes live, but it does get shared with both our mixologist and my co-host. Nell, our lovely mixologist and my best friend, she will be creating, I have absolutely no idea what. She's mentioned something spooky for Friday the 13th. She's mentioned something a little bit more along the lines of luck with St. Patrick's Day coming up next week. As you can see, I am ready. I've got the bracelet, got the green nails. So me and my Irish self are very excited for the St. Patrick's Day part. It might be gold for leprechauns. I don't know what she's doing for us, but that will be tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific time. 8 o'clock for those of you on the East Coast, filling in between Central and Mountain. And then if you don't celebrate the loveliness that is daylight savings time, you might be a little different. I know right now we match Arizona. In the fall, we're an hour behind you. So wherever you fit on the spectrum, it'll be at 5 o'clock my time. We will be hanging out. SG Tosh, Sarah, my good friend, she and I will be joining Nell. We'll be back at Nell's, and she'll be making us something to celebrate. And we will be talking about Sarah's book getting ready to go for alpha reading, about Lust coming out, because we did have to postpone that. And again, thank you guys for your support and understanding in having to push that back a month. We're getting ready for that next week. God help me. And that's why I've been up all night, every night, I swear, just getting things ready. And then the last one, which again, more projects. I'm doing research. I'm writing standalones. I will be working on incorporating a lot more of these things going on with the new book. I have all the madness of the fall coming up, and I have author social, which is part of Turning Pages that I do, and that is next week, again, for those that are in the Las Vegas area, and you do not have to be part of our Turning Pages group to come. The author social, it's for readers, it's for writers, it's for aspiring writers, it's for anybody in the area that wants to come out and get to know the author community here. So next Saturday from 10 until noon, we will be out at the coffee class on Horizon. That's out in Henderson. And they are a current and former partner. They've hosted many, many signings. I'm sure you guys have seen us out on the patio. They have a beautiful area. And my personal favorite, biscuits and gravy in the area. It's amazing. So that is another project going on. The last one, and I will be putting up a couple of these recipes, or at least the names, to have you guys vote. I love to bake. We've talked about this before. I love to bake. I love to create new things. I love to do anything creative. And so I have this series of books that I have read. This one's called Double Fudge Brownie Murders. These are cozy mysteries. I'll be honest, I am not the biggest fan of cozy mysteries. This one is very, very Midwestern, this entire series. It's set in Minnesota. It's well done for the area that it's in, but it's not the fast-paced political thrillers that I'm used to. However, for what they're super adorable. Joanne Fluke is a baker like me, as well as an author, and the main character, Hannah Swenson, I've talked about this project before, but she owns a company called The Cookie Jar in the stories, and they include the recipes. So I'm going to see if I can find, this is the list of recipes just in this book. All the books have several. So I'm going to be making one of these recipes for everybody, give everybody a chance to kind of see, and I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and, there's a couple of things like baked donuts. I'm going to try them. I don't know if I'm going to try them for the video or not. There's the double fudge brownies, and there's something that sounds super interesting to me, which is applesauce bread. I like banana bread. I like making all sorts of different types of bread, so I might give that one a try, but I'm going to pick like 3 or 4 recipes, put the names up, have you guys go ahead and vote, and then I'm going to make whichever one wins, and then the newsletter that comes out next Friday, I'm going to include the recipe in it for whichever one that you guys pick. So if you want to look up, if you want to find these recipes yourself, it is called the Double Fudge Brownie Murder. I'll include that as well in the newsletter. But she has a whole series, and every book has different recipes. So I'm going to be doing that and making that new section, that new project, my monthly baking video. And then I will include more information on the book that I'm doing the research for once everything kicks into higher gear. We're getting a couple of things kind of done, like Lust and Yearbook and a few things. Plus, I'm still waiting on the official go-ahead. But I am teaming up with some very cool people, and I'm very excited to be doing this new project and kind of reviving the Renee Jean name. These are the types of books that go under that name. So Poe and I will be out and about. Definitely, if you're in town next week, come see us for the social. If you're around tonight, join us for cocktails to see whatever amazing creation Nell comes up with. and I will be keeping everybody updated as the madness of release approaches next weekend. And then, of course, I'm already getting early happy birthdays. Thank you guys to everybody that's reaching out. My birthday is a week from Monday. It's the 23rd. That's one of the reasons why I thought it would be fun to release Lust on the 22nd, kind of an early birthday present to myself. But I'm excited, and you guys have been super cool about all of it, so thank you again. And now, as you can hear, I'm a little stuffed up because Friday the 13th is in high gear. Technology hates me today. I have dropped like 9 things, and my allergies are kicking in. So I'm going to go figure out how to balance coffee and Benadryl to make it through the rest of the day, because you have no idea. I don't know if I've got this all right. Oh, I did. That up here at the top, that's just today's to-do list. That's not this weekend. That's not this week. That is today. So I have a few things that I need to go get done, and I need to be awake to do it. So I need to breathe, Benadryl, I need to be awake, so even more coffee. And I will see everybody that is around later on tonight for our Cocktails with Kenzie author happy hour. And for those that have the recommendations, send those over. I will get that post put up with the recipes to vote on, and I can't wait to see which ones you guys pick. Until tonight, and of course tomorrow, make sure you guys hang out, have a good time, and from Poe and I, stay caffeinated.